Ever wonder what really makes a YouTube channel tick? You know, why we click, why we subscribe, and why we just keep coming back for more? Well, today, we're going to try and figure that out by taking a deep dive into the whole phenomenon of Adam Morin, probably better known to you as Beard Meets Food. We're going to deconstruct the secret formula that has just hooked millions of people.
It all starts right here, doesn't it? That moment you fall down a YouTube rabbit hole. 1 minute, you're looking up how to cook something, and the next, you're just completely mesmerized watching someone demolish a mountain of food. This quote just nails that feeling perfectly.
And for a ton of people, the YouTube algorithm eventually points them in the exact same direction, to this friendly, bearded guy from Leeds who's about to tackle some absolutely impossible food challenge. This is exactly how a niche creator just explodes into the mainstream.
So here's the thing, and this is really the key insight. While watching him eat is, pretty impressive, that's not actually the main event. No, the real magic is Adam Morin's personality. It's his running commentary, his quick wit, and just this charm that manages to shine through with every single bite. You'll notice that every single Beard Meets Food video follows this familiar, almost comforting pattern. And this proves that a predictable structure isn't boring at all. Actually, it's more like a ritual that keeps viewers coming back time and time again. So let's break that blueprint down.
It's honestly a perfect formula. It usually kicks off with his charmingly flawed intro where he might stumble over a name. Then you hear it, that iconic "let's get it," and the challenge is on. Mid-challenge, you can pretty much guarantee you'll hear some classic commentary about how hot it is, or just the insane amount of fries, followed of course by the signature beard wipe. And just when you think he's done, he'll cheekily ask for dessert, before signing off with that classic "catch you at the next one." It's a ritual, and man, it just works.
And inside that formula, you've got all these little gems. The verbal tics and recurring bits that have pretty much become inside jokes for the whole community. You could literally play Beard Meets Food bingo with his videos. From the specific way he says yummy or thank you very much, to his constant battle with chips. These are the little details that build a seriously loyal fan base.
All right, so that's the video structure. But what about the man himself? Because if you look past the formula, you see this really consistent and recognizable persona that's built on some very specific quirks and a signature style.
Every internet star kind of has their uniform, and Adam is no exception. It's the skinny jeans, the Converse, and very often, a jumper, no matter how hot it seems to be. And of course, you can't forget that signature, aggressive, top-down beard wipe. It's a guaranteed moment in every video, and it's as much a part of his brand as the food itself.
Okay, picture this. He is powering through a challenge with literally tens of thousands of calories. And then you hear him ask this question. This is the setup to one of his most classic, recurring jokes.
And there it is, the punchline. It's such a simple, self-aware joke, but it perfectly captures his down-to-earth humor. It just shows you he doesn't take himself too seriously, which, makes him incredibly relatable, even while he's performing what is basically a superhuman feat of eating. And hey, just like the rest of us, he's got his preferences. He loves Five Guys, but apparently not a fan of McDonald's. He's a real stickler for pronouncing words like croissant the right way. And he famously hates mushrooms because, as he always explains, they float. Look, these aren't just random facts. They're the little details that paint a picture of a real person behind the YouTube channel.
So, you take all these things, the formula, the personality, the jokes, and they all add up to something way bigger than just watching a guy eat. All of this is how you build a community.
And this is where something as simple as a name becomes so powerful. By greeting his viewers as the Beard Army, he's not just talking to a bunch of random people online, he's welcoming members into a club. It creates this immediate sense of belonging, of shared identity.
And that community is truly global. Adam's actually pointed out this hilarious cultural difference he sees in his comment section. His English supporters are often way more pessimistic, always doubting he can finish. Meanwhile, his North American fans are just relentlessly optimistic, always cheering him on. It's a fun little observation that just shows how closely he's paying attention to his audience.
But maybe the absolute best example of this community is the whole Sister Beard series. It's brilliant. By having a regular person try a challenge right next to him, it gives us this immediate and frankly hilarious point of reference. It's like watching an average Joe try to keep up with an Olympian, and it just makes what he does seem even more extraordinary.
So after breaking this all down, we kind of land at the big question, right? What is the secret ingredient here? What really makes the Beard Army so loyal?
Well, interestingly, part of the answer is failure. He doesn't always win.
he often struggles with those massive Munchbox challenges. And that vulnerability is absolutely key. Seeing him fail makes the wins feel more meaningful, and it makes him seem so much more human than just some unstoppable eating machine.
But when you strip everything else away, it all comes down to this one simple, powerful idea. Beyond the jokes, beyond the formula, beyond the food, the real foundation of his success seems to be a genuine sense of kindness. He's polite, he's humble, he's gracious, and in the often chaotic world of online content, that authenticity really stands out.
And that leaves us with one final thought. We've analyzed the algorithm, the branding, the content strategy, the whole shebang, but maybe the most effective growth hack of all isn't a hack at all. In an era that's so defined by spectacle and drama, maybe, just maybe, the most powerful way to build a lasting community is to simply be a good person. What do you think?